Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Amber Osman. In this week's episode, turtle nesting season is in full swing. The mosquito numbers are on the rise throughout the county, and the library is bringing wizardry to the big read. Later on in the program, Joanne Magley talks with Pam Blankenship with the River to the Sea Transportation Planning Organization. Those segments and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I hope you stay tuned. Volusia County Mosquito Control knows that more rain means more mosquitoes. That's why they're working hard to fight the bite. Saturated soil from continuous rainfall has brought a deluge of biting mosquitoes to Volusia County. Coastal residents are experiencing a notable increase in aggressive salt marsh mosquitoes. Volusia County Mosquito Control is responding as quickly as possible by air and ground to resolve the situation.
On top of that days and days of rain and unable to go out and treat, we had a little tropical storm or subtropical storm that came in and blew all the salt marsh mosquitoes inland and on the coast. And so we have a great abundance of mosquitoes, more than we've seen in at least 11 years.
Residents affected by biting mosquitoes can submit an online service request form at volusia.org/mosquito. Residents of Incorporated, Deltona, DeBary, Orange City, Lake Helen, DeLand, and Pearson should call their city to submit a request. Spray operations for adult mosquitoes are planned after sunset, weather permitting. Residents can learn the locations of spray operations by visiting volusia.org/mosquito or following VC emergency info on Twitter.
The first thing that a homeowner should think about, or any citizen that's out after dark or in the daytime with these aggressive salt marsh mosquitoes, is to use repellent. Protect yourself. Our inspectors go out and help educate and show individual homeowners where these mosquitoes would be hiding, so they can look for them themselves and find them and dump the containers or the water that's standing. Even a bottle cap can have larvae in it and produce mosquitoes, so just anything that's in their yards they can scour.
To learn more about mosquito prevention and spraying, you can visit volusia.org/mosquito. Sea turtle nesting season is underway on the beaches in Volusia County, and already there are 109 nests, 3 leatherback and 106 loggerhead sea turtles. Sea turtle nesting season continues through October 31st.
Right now, the weather conditions are perfect. The water temperature is in the upper 70s, and the ocean's calmed down quite a bit, and the sea turtles are in their element. You know, all the conditions are right, and so with the way that our numbers are going, I expect it to be a very good year.
To help protect turtles from bright lights, the county has a lighting ordinance which seeks to reduce the amount of light visible from the beach.
We're educating people to try to keep their lights down low and minimal so that it doesn't scare turtles away from nesting. It's even more problematic for turtles coming out of nests. They will be attracted to the brightest light in the area in often cases. And so if people are walking on the beach at night, we discourage them from using their cell phone lights or flashlights unless they're a long wavelength red light.
In other sea turtle news, employees at the Marine Science Center in Ponce Inlet are celebrating the successful release of 2 juvenile green sea turtles they rehabilitated at the Turtle Hospital. Beachgoers who see a sea turtle that appears to be in immediate danger should notify a lifeguard or beach safety officer or call the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission at 888-404-3922. So far this year, the Marine Science Center Turtle Hospital has treated 86 sea turtles as well as 51 other reptiles, including gopher tortoises, box turtles, freshwater turtles, and snakes. The Marine Science Center in Ponce Inlet is open to the public from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday and noon to 5 p.m. Sunday. At the center, visitors may view the Turtle Hospital and walk through the Marine Display Area and Seabird Rehabilitation Center. Learn more at marinesciencecenter.com.
Hi, I'm Diana with Save the Manatee Club. It's always important to report sick, injured, or orphaned manatees to FWC. But how do you know if something's wrong? If a manatee is floating high in the water, unable to submerge, that may be an indication that something is wrong. Sometimes manatees are just sunning themselves. But if they try to dive down and pop back up, almost like a cork, it may be injured. If you're concerned about a manatee, measure its respiration rate. An adult manatee, not resting or traveling rapidly, should surface to breathe every 2 to 3 minutes. A distressed manatee may breathe as often as every 30 seconds. Manatees can get entangled in crab traps and fishing line. If you see this, alert FWC and remember not to cut off the entanglement yourself. A satellite tag looks very similar to a crab trap, but is attached to the manatee for scientific purposes. If you see a tagged or entangled manatee, call FWC right away. Most manatees bear scars from collision with motorboats, and oftentimes they heal and no intervention is needed. Healed scars are usually gray or white in color. A pink scar or open wound along with unusual behavior should be reported to FWC. If you spot a group of manatees thrashing and splashing about, you might be seeing a mating herd. It's common, especially in the summer months. Keep distance and give the manatees space. If you see a lone manatee that's beached itself, call FWC. Don't try to push the manatee back into the water yourself. Manatees may get orphaned. If you see a very small manatee and no bigger adult manatees around, this could be an orphan and should be reported. Small calves cannot survive without mom. When reporting a distressed manatee, if possible, take a photo or video and be prepared to stay with it. So if you see any of these signs, make sure to call Florida Fish and Wildlife at 1-888-404-3922.
Water is everywhere in Volusia County, whether it's the lake, the river, the ocean, or even the backyard pool. And during the hot summer months, it's a great place to have fun and cool off. But it also has its share of dangers. Dr. Holly Smith has the details in this week's Community Health Matters.
Summer vacation is underway. That means families are heading to water. It's not difficult to find here in Volusia County. We're surrounded by it with the ocean, lakes, and springs, more than 1,000 commercial swimming pools, and more than 28,000 residential pools. All that water is beautiful and a great source of recreation. It's also a danger, especially to young children.
Drowning is an issue here in Volusia County, especially in the toddler age bracket, which is the 1 to 4 age group. In Volusia County, we had between 2013 and 2015, 10 toddler drownings in Volusia County, and that's much higher than the state rate. That's also the age group that has the highest incidence of drowning deaths among all ages.
Looking at the statistics since 2003, nearly 74% of the toddlers who drowned were white. Why is that? Well, it's a combination of things. Public health officials say it could be related to greater access to swimming pools, or here in Volusia County, the majority racial segment is white. Since pools are the source of most of those toddler drownings, much of the water safety education is geared toward families with small children. These 3 layers of protection can keep families safe when they're enjoying the water here in Volusia or when they're on the road.
The first layer of protection is active supervision. The second layer of protection is barriers, and the third layer of protection is to learn CPR.
Supervision, barriers, learn CPR. That first layer, supervision, It's the most important. For example, if you're having a party and there's alcohol involved, have a designated water watcher who is not drinking and is supervising the kids in the pool.
When we're out in the community, especially when we're doing pool inspections, we hear a lot about near drowning experiences. Similar to what we had talked about earlier, where everybody's standing around the pool and no one notices the child slip under, because drowning is a silent event. So even though you have a large gathering with many people around the pool, no one is a designated water watcher. No one is directed to actively watch that child. And so everyone thinks everyone else was responsible, and yet within a group of people, someone drowns or has a near drowning experience. And it's so important to have that designated water watcher to actively supervise the children in the pool.
The second layer of protection is barriers. These are things to keep children from getting to the pool without adult supervision. For residential pools built since October 1st of 2000, state law requires one of 4 safety measures. Now, this commercial pool uses a self-closing and self-locking gate. It works fine here because the pool is so far away from the apartments. Now, residential pool owners may opt for one of these 4 additional safety measures. In addition to a barrier around the pool, pool owners may use an approved pool cover, alarms on all doors and windows leading to the pool, or doors with direct access from the home to the pool must have a self-closing, self-latching device no lower than 54 inches above the floor. The Florida Department of Health strongly recommends multiple barriers like these to prevent drowning. When away from home, there are a couple other things to consider. So when parents are away this summer and they stop at resorts or pools, what is it that they should be looking for to make sure that their kids, when they're away from home, are safe?
Parents should look for, first, the water clarity of the pool. The pool should be clear and you should be able to see a dime on the bottom of the pool. You also want to make sure that the main drain grate at the center bottom of the pool is intact and not broken.
Green pools should be a red flag for parents. Green water indicates the pool is not well maintained. Also, look for a life-saving ring to use for flotation and a shepherd's hook to help get someone out of the pool in an emergency. If you only remember one thing, it's this. The single most important thing for a parent to do is to ensure someone is watching all of the kids while they are in or near the pool. If you'd like more information on keeping kids safe around pools, visit poolsafely.gov. That's poolsafely.gov. For the Florida Department of Health in Volusia County, I'm Dr. Holly Smith.
The NEA Big Read program offers grants to support community reading programs designed around a single book. In partnership with Arts Midwest, the Volusia County Council has approved the matching funds to bring the program to the county's 13 public library branches in 2019.
We are excited to promote this particular book. This year we've chosen Ursula K. Le Guin's A Wizard of Earthsea. This is a fantasy novel that speaks to a lot of different age groups, so we're very excited to bring it to our community. The grant allows us to offer different types of programs, including theatrical exhibitions, art exhibitions, children's programs, adult programs, crafts, music, a little bit of everything.
The system's 13 library branches and other venues will host book discussions and schedule author talks, theatrical events, and music programs in January and February of 2019. The Volusia County Public Library is one of 79 nonprofit organizations receiving NEA Big Read grants totaling more than $1 million.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Is your child a lone ranger? Are you looking for fun adventures with other kids that are also educational? Then turn your Lone Ranger into an EcoRanger. Gary Daniels has the details.
EcoRanger is a program that is run by Volusia County, and it exposes young people and their families to all the ecological, cultural heritage, and outdoor opportunities that we have in this county.
My first EcoRanger adventure was Ponce Inlet, where I went to the jetty, the lighthouse, and the Marine Science Center. At the jetty, I got to watch people fish, and I got splashed by a wave. At the lighthouse, I got to make a craft of a lighthouse, and I got to climb the lighthouse. My favorite part of the Marine Science Center was when I got to touch the stingray.
Its purpose is to expose young children and their families, scout troops, to all the things that Volusia County has to offer them, across the range. Anything from museums to libraries to parks, our Marine Science Center, all the things that we have to see and do in Volusia County.
I really enjoyed to go to the DeLand Museum of Art to work on my art projects. My favorite adventure was to the Museum of Arts and Sciences. At the Museum of Arts and Sciences, I got to see what Florida was like 10,000 years ago. My favorite part was the Kids Museum. In the Kids Museum, I got to play a light heart, throw a baseball and see how fast I threw it, and run my own pizza shop. I also got to see lots of art from around the world.
I hope that kids have an appreciation for what all is around them that they can go and experience. We're also hoping that they learn something because of all the different things that they're going to be exposed to, especially give them an appreciation for our environment.
At my last EcoRanger adventure, I learned about manatees at Tomoka State Park.
When it reaches 68 degrees, the manatees are looking for a place to stay.
I also explored the park, saw the Indian statue that was there, and sat by the water. One of the most fun parts was that I got to spend time with my dad exploring. The EcoRangers was a really fun thing to do, and I think all kids should do it.
Hi, I'm Josh Wagner.
And I'm Billy Wheeler. During the planning stages of the Tomstead Veteran Memorial Bridge, people voiced their desire to have a Veterans Memorial Plaza on the northwest side of the bridge.
The Veterans Memorial Plaza will create a special place in our community for people to reflect and connect with our fallen heroes.
The proposed concept for the new Veterans Memorial Plaza is estimated to be a $1.2 million endeavor.
Your donation will help us create a special place in our community in which we can honor Volusia County veterans from all military branches and military conflicts. To help fund our Veterans Memorial Plaza, visit veteransmemorialbridge.com or call Volusia County Accounting at 386-736-5933.
We appreciate your support to create this lasting memorial for those who have served and continue to serve our country.
Now let's join Community Information Director Joanne Magley in the studio with her guest, Pam Blankenship from the River to Sea Transportation Planning Organization.
Thanks, Amber. Well, transportation improvements are a hot topic in Volusia County, and one organization is working on improving safety and efficiency of the transportation system in our area, and they're looking for the public's input. So joining us now in the studio is Pam Blankenship. She is the Community Outreach Coordinator for the River to Sea Transportation Planning Organization. Hi, Pam.
Hello, Joanne.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Thank you for being here. So the TPO for short, River to Sea TPO for short. Tell us a little bit about the TPO for folks who may not be familiar with the organization.
Well, the River to Sea TPO is an organization that plans and programs transportation projects and priorities. It's a forum where citizens and local governments can voice concerns, identify priorities, and plan for projects across all modes of transportation, including roads, public transit, and bicycle and pedestrian facilities.
So for instance, if a city or the county wanted to plan for a new road somewhere, or maybe even a widening of an existing road, how does the TPO get involved in that process?
Well, we have an annual call for projects in which cities and counties can submit applications for projects to be put on our priority list, which is a list of projects that we submit to FDOT, the Florida Department of Transportation, for them to program in their work program. So we basically score and rank the applications and place them on a list which we submit to FDOT.
And so how do you get the public involvement piece of those sorts of projects?
Well, one of the ways we do that is through our Tell the TPO survey, which we're running right now. It began April 30th and will run through June 30th. And what we're doing is asking for the public's opinion on transportation in the Volusia and Flagler County area. Whether it's roads, bike ped facilities, public transit, Sunrail. We're looking to find out what the public thinks we're doing right and what they think we can do better.
So the goals of the survey then are really what you just said.
Yes.
What's the public looking for, and are the priorities that we are looking at in line with what the public wants to do?
It identifies, the survey responses will identify any trends. We do this survey every 2 years. We began it in 2014 and had it again in 2016. And we compare the results from year to year to gauge any trends, to see if there's anything that kind of stands out as unusual that we need to look into further.
So give us an example of maybe some trends that were from 14 to 16, or maybe some new things that popped up that had a lot more public input than maybe you would have thought.
One thing would be the number of people how they commute. One of the questions that we ask is how you commute regularly 3 or more times a week. And the responses can be walk, bike, Uber. This year we put Uber and Lyft. That was a new answer choice. As well as taxi or Sunrail. And the majority of people from year to year commute via car. However, there seems to be an increase in those who walk and bicycle that we've seen over the couple years that we've done the survey. There's been an increase.
And do you know the correlation of why that increase has taken place?
Well, I think a part of it can be attributed to an increase in the bike ped facilities that are being built. The quality of them. There's been a lot of Suntrail projects from the state where they build bicycle and pedestrian facilities that allow people to commute and just use it for recreation purposes as well.
All right, so talk about the survey right now. How many questions? How long would it take somebody to fill it out?
Survey will take about 5 to 10 minutes, no more than that. There are 10 questions. The remaining questions on the survey are optional. They're demographic questions, so we can see that we're reaching a good group, a cross-section of the population.
And you also offer an incentive for people to take the survey.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So you can choose to be entered into a drawing to win a 3-day, 2-night trip to the Shores Resort and Spa in Daytona Beach Shores. And there's pretty good odds. We're hoping for about 2,000 responses to the survey. So your odds are at least probably about 1 in 2,000, much better than the lottery.
Yeah. So if having your voice heard isn't enough, then why not win a free a staycation, in our beautiful Volusia County. So the survey ends on June 30th, correct?
Yes.
And again, what do you do with the responses? So the survey ends, you have all these responses. What's the process after that?
Well, following that, we will work with our consultant to analyze all the responses, put them together into a report, which will be available on our website, www.r2ctpo.org. And we will be looking at the trends. If anything comes up that isn't part of the trend that we need to look into further, we share our results with our local stakeholders that we work with.
All right, so again, if people want to take the survey, how can they do that?
Well, you can do it online. You can go to www.tellthetpo.com and take it there, or you can get a copy at any of the Volusia County or Flagler County public libraries. You can also submit all of any of the surveys there, and they will get them back to us.
And I know us, the county, volusia.org,
Yes.
we have a link on our website.
Yes.
There's a banner people can click on, and it takes them to the survey. So throughout the year, the TPO does a number of community outreach initiatives. I know recently you were involved with Trails Day. So tell us a little bit about the other initiatives that you have going on.
Well, we do a lot of outreach for bicycle and pedestrian safety. We fit and donate helmets free of charge to adults and children at various events that we participate in. We participate in events like Trails Day that Volusia County put on, and Port Orange Family Days. We also go into the summer school program and fit and donate helmets to the children.
That's a great cause, because I'm sure there's a lot of children out there who may not be able to get a helmet, and this is one way that we can make sure they're being safe when they're riding their bike.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Pam Blankenship, anything else you want to add regarding the TPO or the survey?
Well, just go out and take the survey, www.tellthetpo.com. We really want to hear what you've got to say. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we can improve on.
All right. Pam Blankenship, Community Outreach Coordinator for the River to Sea Transportation Planning Organization. Thank you so much for being
Joanne.
here. Amber, back to you.
Thanks, Joanne, and thank you for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions about the show, you can feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here, or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the News tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Osmond, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.